like Coach Ross from Good Drills has a lot of good drills where his athletes are jumping up and, they're trying to jump as high as they can with the ball. He doesn't even want them to finish it, and then they're just coming down. So that is a plyometric with the ball in your hand. But if you're going to ask me, is it a good idea to hold a basketball in your hand while you're doing traditional plyometrics? Absolutely not. Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, we have a question from ZHHMMHZZ who says, is training your vertical jump while holding a basketball a good idea? I have an excellent answer for you, but before I give you that answer, make sure that you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section for a completely free bodyweight vertical jump training program. So let's answer the question. Is doing plyometrics with a basketball in your hand a good idea? I have absolutely no beef with you doing plyometrics with a basketball in your hand if it is a session, a workout focused on skills training. For example, if you are at the court and you want to add a hurdle jump into a jump shot, or like Coach Ross from Good Drills has a lot of good drills where his athletes are jumping up and, they're trying to jump as high as they can with the ball. He doesn't even want them to finish it, and then they're just coming down. So that is a plyometric with the ball in your hand. Sometimes they jump up and they touch the ball to the backboard, and then they do an up and under reverse finish on the other side. And you are working on your vertical jump at the same time as you are working on your skills training. He jumps over a hurdle and then you go into a jump shot or jump over a hurdle. Sometimes I'll have my guys do low rim dunks. We jump over a hurdle, hit the ground, then we do dunks. Sometimes we drop off of a box and we do depth jump dunks. It's not a horrible idea all the time, but I would say if you are going to hold a basketball and do plyometrics, that I would keep that session focused on mainly skills training and then just sprinkle a little bit of vertical jump on top. But if you're going to ask me, is it a good idea to hold a basketball in your hand while you're doing traditional plyometrics? Absolutely not, because this is the main reason. It is much harder to get maximum intent from your jumps when you are holding a basketball in your hand. And the perfect example is you see athletes all the time who they can jump up and they can touch, their wrist to the rim, but they still can't dunk because when you have a ball in your hand, it's harder to jump as high with a ball in your hand. Another example is people who throw alley-oops to themselves. They throw themselves an oop and all of a sudden they can catch the oop and dunk, or they can jump higher because you get to use your arm swing when you are running up and jumping and catching an alley-oop or a self-lob. So I think the best example I could give of this to explain how you are not getting maximum intent when you have a basketball in your hand is think about the highest velocity-based plyometric that exists. Sprints. Sprints is an excellent plyometric exercise to improve your vertical jump, your speed, your explosiveness, all of that. But if you're going to sprint with a basketball in your hand, you're not going to run as fast. Even if you're dribbling a basketball, holding a basketball, dribbling a basketball, you are not going to run as fast as if you're pumping both arms, sprinting with max intent. So my main beef with doing plyometrics with a ball in your hand is that you really need to be forcing adaptation in your body. And for beginners, sure, do your plyometrics all day with a ball in your hand. You're going to get great results. But eventually, when you've been training for a while and you really need to push and you really need to progressive overload your depth jumps or your single leg bounds or your single leg hops or your sprints or whatever plyometric exercises you're going to do, doing that with a basketball in your hand is just going to interfere and hinder that movement, not allowing you to get as much maximum intent and therefore not force your body to adapt as much as if you did not have a basketball in your hand. So what I would say for all of you is if you're going to do a skill session and you want to sprinkle some vertical jump exercises or some plyometrics on top, 100% no beef with that. However, if we're talking about traditional plyometrics and you're trying to run as fast as possible or jump as high as possible, or you really need to use rhythm for those plyometrics, you're not going to want a basketball in your hand. Anyways, make sure that you comment jump for that free bodyweight vertical jump training program. Leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. And check out all of my advanced training programs with weights. We have our Project Plyo program, which is a bunch of plyometrics progressed properly to get your bounce to the next level. We have Beyond the Rim Strong and Bouncy, which is a bunch of weights progressed properly to get your bounce to the next level. We have Beyond the Rim 2, which is a 50% 50-50 mix of plyometrics and weights to get your bounce to the next level. We have Beyond the Rim in season. We have upper body programs. We have knee programs. Get our programs and take yourself to the next level. But without further ado, I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.